I will haul the mainsail up.
Heave ho, heave ho.
Mooring chains clink and clatter, boat feels no grief or terror, can now endure its tether.
So eager for the flow, heave ho, heave ho.
Day after day counted, heart and mind so agitated.
Don't say can't go. Sea of doubts inside will be crossed.
Don't look aside. Don't backslide.
If mighty shiver, dreadlock stormy, goes crazy.
Waves tossed in frenzy.
Don't look askance.
Keep up the dance.
Sing of victory, sing of freedom. Sing of victory,
Sing of freedom!
heave ho, let's go.
Let's go!
It's no good, my friend! This cannot go on any longer.
What cannot go on any longer? What is bothering you, Prince, and making you so restless?
I can't say! Tell me why those ducks are so restless, huh? So keen to fly off to the mountains in the spring?
Because that's where their home is.
But then why did they leave their home to come here? No, they just like flying for the pure thrill of it.
Do you want to fly?
Of course.
You're crazy. I say it's better to be stuck in a cage for a good reason than to fly away for no reason at all.
What do you mean, good reason?
We sit chained up in our golden cages, because we know we'll get food and drink.
Why, you don't understand. You don't understand at all.
That's right. That's the problem I have. I can't understand what can't be understood. Can you tell me a little bit more precisely exactly what is bothering you? What is it that you so despise?
The monotony of living in this palace. The palace is boring.
Monotony. Boring. With everything laid out exactly the way you want. With so many ways to amuse oneself.
I feel like a stone god in this golden temple. There's nothing but that same sound of conch shells and cymbals in my ear. Obsequious servings of food, but nothing that I like. It's unbearable.
Thank heavens for the servings. At least we get fed. If we broke away, we'll have nothing but worries on our plate. People like me are satisfied with what we get. And people like you are hungry for what you cannot get.
And day after day, those minstrels will praise me in that same song with that same intolerable rhythm.
I thought you would like the songs more the more you heard them. Praise is sweet, it never gets old.
Those singers wake me up at dawn with that same song, and then that same priest will bless me with rice and grass, and that same guard always stands outside my door like a wooden dog. Watch this. This way, sir. If I have to walk outside, there are guards at my door saying, this way, sir, this way, this way, this way. I am suffocated.
But when you go out hunting, you're bothered by nothing else but wild beasts, right?
Wild beast, you call them? I think our royal gamekeeper is drugging those tigers with opium. They're like converts to nonviolence. None that I've seen can even jump properly.
Come on. I do think their behavior is rather polite. But I still think you have the pomp and pageantry for the hunt. And we can ensure that your heart doesn't have to beat faster when you encounter the beast.
Do you remember that day, huh? When I shot that bear from a distance? There were cheers all around. What skill I had with my bow and arrow, they said, remember? Mm-hmm. Then I learned that they stuffed the skin of that bear with straw. They humiliated me, so I jailed that gamekeeper.
You have done him a favor. You see, the jail cell is attached to the queen's quarters. He will live there comfortably. The other day I sent 3 barrels of ghee and 33 goats there from our estate.
Whatever for?
For his consumption, of course. You see, the stuffed bear was the queen's idea.
Oh, wow, you don't say. Why, it's like we're caught in a web of lies. It's nothing but pretense. They have made a right royal clown out of me. Yeah, I wish I could just rip off these clothes. I see those farmers toiling in the fields, and I think they must have been so lucky to have been born as farmers. I envy their lot.
You better ask the farmers for their opinion, what they think of your lot. You're talking nonsense, Prince. It can't be what you mean. Patra Lekha, do come here. Perhaps you can guess what's in our prince's mind. Secret thoughts, hidden thoughts.
Stay concealed behind silent eyes. Their flowers unfold.
Unfold! Unfold!
In a flute's tunes, in a smile's gleams, they quiver on lips. In secret dreams.
In dreams! In dreams!
With longing for honey bees buzz. 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 Thirsting for light, a tree grows. The heart's lotus trembles at dawn in the crimson light of a tender dawn. At dawn. At dawn.
Yes, I do have my secrets, my My thoughts are hidden in the distant skies on the seashore staring at the west. Jaboi, ami jaboi. Jaboi, ami jaboi. There's a treasure hoard there that I must find. I'll go a-trading whether I win or lose.
Trading? That's my line, not yours.
Jaboi, ami jaboi. In a merchant ship with 1,000 oars, I'll seek out cities on foreign shores, abandoning coastlines led by a star. I'd rather sail vast black waters than dully expire here, where the sands are golden, but quench no desire.
To lose one's way by sailing aimlessly abandoning seashores is hardly a way to make money. What's the idea?
Jaboi, ami jaboi. A hint, a hunch, a dream idea. An isle of green in a sea of blue, fenced with coral. High on its cliffs, seabirds huddle. In the swish of a breeze in coconut trees where streamlets gurgle through gaps in the jungle, I shall find the world's most valuable jewel.
I can tell from your tune that this is not a merchant's jewel. But what the hell is it?
Nobina, newness.
Nobina, newness.
But the
Clear word at last.
But the object that it describes is still beyond my grasp. Oh, newness, newness. You lie there in our everyday path, friendless. I see your message in the breeze of spring. I see you floating in golden clouds unawakening.
It won't be easy to find such a jewel.
Let it be caught up in binding up hair with a paradise flower, in playing alone an unknown tune.
Royal Highness, the Raj Mata.
Your Highness, our prince wants to catch a mirage.
A mirage?
Yes, he would like to know where the promised fairyland is.
Do you want to be a child again?
Yes, mother, yes. I am stifled in this fossilized, circumspect world. I have grown so weary of the wise, all-knowing world of adults.
My dear, what is absent in your life is an absence of absences. You're sated. You want to have wants because you don't have any wants. That's what your problem is.
Oh, bleeds my heart! I want what I cannot get. All needs met, yet I pant for what I have not. I must lose what I have to find what I lack. I must leave, says the star, at evening, so that I, as the star of dawn, may come back.
My dear, if I hold you back now, I'll lose you. You'll be driven mad by this burden of luxury, these bonds of obsequy. Let my timidity not hold you back. Come, let's pray to the family gods. With the family gods as witness, I bless you. May all obstacles from your path be removed, and may you see the way clearly then.
Jaboi, ami jaboi. Jaboi, ami jaboi. Watch! The wind blows, the sea surges. Where the sun goes down, the sky glows. I want to go south. I want to go north. I shall seek the unknown with new wings in my sails. And I shall bring heaps of treasures. And at last my pauper soul will return a king. set out from one shore, shipwrecked in mid-ocean. And now, we have landed in this new alien realm. For the first time in years, I sense a new phase in my life.
You're always desperate for new things, Prince. And I'm terrified of them. Say what you may, but old things are comfortable.
They have the same comfort of a frog in a dank well. Why, you don't understand. We have just escaped from the god of death, and he has marked our brows with new life.
But you were born with a mark of royalty on your brow.
Fated to it. But the god of death washed it away at the bottom of the sea, and he has ordered me to win this new land with a newfound zeal. I've reached a new land. My vessel had floundered. We were swept to the strand. New hopes will be bred here. New songs will be sung here. From new colored thread here, a web will be spun here of sorrows and joys when I roam on these shores. Here, I'll be garlanded by an unknown beloved. With unknown flowers, my heart will be hers.
Your heart will be hers.
Southerly breezes will whip up frenzies, in turbulent tresses, in blossoms traceries.
It sounds all right when you sing it, Prince. But where is newness and youth to be found in this country? We've wandered all over. The trees are so neat, they seem to be shaped by a carpenter. And the people we have met, they strut around all four squares, feet clip-clopping. Any anklets they're wearing must be made from blocks of wood. And you call this dead land new?
But surely you see that whatever that is, isn't what they really are. It's artificial, imposed from above. It's an outer shell devised by the pundits of this country. Do you know what we have come here to do?
What?
To rip off their shell. When the life inside breaks out, you will be amazed at what you can see.
We merchants like to judge things by what we can see. And you like to believe in things that you cannot see. Okay, let's see what fire comes out of these ashes. But I wouldn't waste my breath trying to blow this dead fire or trying to blow life into them. Hey, look who's coming. A bunch of lifeless puppets dancing. Oh, they're coming this way.
Let's stand aside and watch them.
Standing, sitting, lying down, jumping up, all for no reason at all. Bizarre.
What's this? Laughter? Laughing at us?
How dare you? Laughter. Laughing at us? Aren't you ashamed?
Don't you know the rules? Laughter. Laughing at us?
At least there is some meaning in laughter. But in what you were doing, there was no meaning at all.
Meaning? Who needs meaning? Rules are needed. Don't you understand that? You must be mad.
It's not easy to tell who is truly mad. But tell me, how did you know that we are mad?
From your moves.
What's wrong with them?
We noticed that you have movements, but no moves.
Oh, and you, I suppose, have moves, but no movements.
Moves are time-honored, ordinary. Movements are modern, childish, unruly.
Childish, unruly.
You've had no proper instructors. No one has told you that roads are full of potholes, puddles, thorns, and spikes. Free movement is dangerous.
Dangerous.
I see. So this is a land of instructors. We'd better consult one.
May I ask who you are? And how have you come to our land?
We are foreigners.
Foreigners, 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 woo! Foreigners, 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 woo!
We landed here, saw that you had no walls, and we got in and moved around quite easily.
Say no more. We should have built up that wall. If you are foreign, that means you have no caste, no class, no clan, no status, no lineage, no rank, no group.
No group!
None at all. Everything that those things are, we are not. And what about you?
We are the world-renowned race of cards. I am Sharman the Sixth.
And I am Portman the 5.
And what about these two? Too shy to come near.
The black one is Tirighosh the 3.
And the red one is Duridas the 2.
Okay, but how did your race begin?
On the day of creation, Brahma grew weary after he put in hard work into creation. At sundown, he yawned. And from that very first sacred yawn, we were created.
That's why some uncivilized people call us the yawn race instead of the cart race.
That is truly amazing.
On the particularly auspicious moment of dusk, our four-headed grandfather, Brahma, yawned from his 4 mouths at the same time.
Oh my goodness. And then what was the outcome?
The suits came tumbling down.
Wow.
Ishkapan, spades. Ruhitan, diamonds. Haratan, hearts. Shiratan, clubs. They are all worth worshipping. Praise be unto their yawns.
Are these all high nobles of high social ranking?
Of course we are. Top grade, yawn-born nobles. We are of a prime social status, having emerged from the very mouths of Brahma.
The first poet of the Khat dynasty, Lord Dashrungunidhi, having slept for 12 hours on the day of our creation, built up a remarkable beat in his dream. And marking time with that beat, our 37 and a half codes of behavior have been devised.
We should learn one of these codes of behavior.
That's right.
Very well. Turn your faces away.
Why?
It's the rule. Brother 6, breathe the Yona mantra directly into their ears.
No work to do. Days pass, nothing to do, alas.
I can't take this anymore. I have to turn around.
You have ruined the mantra, desecrated it.
Desecrated it?
Utterly. The spell has been broken by the foreigner. A foreign face seen in the middle of the mantra.
What now?
Penance! 3 days of paste on the eyelid made from the burnt stone of the fruit of a gap tree eaten by a bat, otherwise our forefathers in heaven will fast to death.
Nasty.
Nasty.
I see that in this country one has to move very carefully.
Best not to move at all. That way you can keep things pure.
Gaining what?
Purity, of course. Purity leads to purity. Get it?
That's a bit too subtle for us. Tell me, what are those two up to?
A battle.
You call that a battle?
Of course, fought with absolute purity, according to the laws of our Khat dynasty. Spotless we are, unsullied we are, clean in our peace and pure in our war.
But shouldn't you have some anger or some conflict in your wars?
Only our colors are angry. In our kind of war, we never get huffy. Look at each warrior, sweet as a baby.
Baby!
Okay. But what about some guns or some cannons to poof in your battlefield?
No khaki uniform, no guns. No banks, no cannons. No hatred,
this is all fine, okay? But shouldn't you have some complaint, some reason for your two sides to fight?
Our battle positions follow tradition. Who is friend? Who's foe? Who's flash? Who's trash?
Trash! Tell us, foreigner, do your scriptures tell you where you come from?
Of course they do. You see, when Brahma, the creator of all, was firing up the sun at the beginning of creation, a spark flew into his nose. And he sneezed with the force of a cannon. And we are the products of that universe-shattering sneeze.
That explains why you are so restless.
Yes, cats on hot bricks. We move all around this place and can barely stand still.
Not good?
You're right. It's not good. See, we still can't fully suppress the blast of that primal sneeze.
But there's one good thing about that.
What's that?
If it was the sneeze that brought you to this island, it will quickly drive you off again. We will not have you linger here for long.
You're right. It might be difficult to linger, or want to linger here for too long.
What are your battles like?
Oh, they are decided by the force of our sneezes. 4 on each side.
Decided by sneezes. Then there must be a lot of head knocks.
Yes. Head knocks galore.
Do you have first poet too and mantras handed down from you?
Of course we do. Achoo!
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 We are coming for you. You better take cover. Keep your head under. With the scruff of neck in my hand, foxes on your face will land. Blockheads beware. We have sneezes to spare.
Do you hear that, Brother Five? Outlandish. What do you call your race?
You can call our race the race of nosy Parkers. We are the products of Brahma's notes.
We have never heard of any high-born race with a name like that.
A yawn puffed you up to yours. A sneeze hurled us down to ours.
Because the Creator lacked nasal control. You are as weird as you are.
Why, he has spoken some sense at last. We are indeed weird.
That's right. We are twitchy, we are weird.
We are odd.
Our message is youthful and free.
We paint with ecstatic red the blooms of that ravishing tree.
We batter down fences. Our passion releases storms from their shackles.
With lightning abandon, we break all decorum, plunge to the depths of the sea.
We fight our way out. Whatever the shout of life and death struggle, call us to battle.
This won't do. It really won't do.
We like to do what won't do.
But what about the rules?
Roads can only open up if you break down the barrier of rules. Otherwise, what do you all call progress?
You hear that? Progress? He's brazenly talking about progress.
How can one move on without it? Well, what's the point in going on at all?
Move? Go on? Why move at all? What goes on are the rules. Chalo niyam mate.
Chalo niyam mate.
Chalo niyam mate.
Chalo niyam mate. Don't look ahead. Don't turn your head. Blindly follow the rules.
Look at that jungle there. No cramping chains anywhere. Spring breezes blow, wild waters flow.
Don't look. Don't look. At jungle or brook. Just follow the rules.
Enough. Here comes the king and the queen of the Kha dynasty. They will hold court here. Foreigners, stand with your faces to the northeast. On no account, face the northwest.
Why?
It's the rule.
praise this king with a song of welcome. Praise to the great card king, the great rule keeper, the master sleeper.
Enough, enough, enough! You have ruined us, spoiled us, drugged us, disrupted the court, insulted the throne, you barbarians!
Now, calm down. Who are they?
Foreigners.
Foreigners? Then they won't understand our rules. Everyone, do the shuffle. Swap places with everyone else. That will wipe out the fault. Then the national anthem.
কেউ বা একটু নাহি নড়ে, কেউ শুয়ে শুয়ে ঘুয়ে করে কাম করতন চিরতন হরতন নিষ্কাপন হতে সনাতন ছন্দে করতেছে নরতন চিরতন হরতন নিষ্কাপন নাহি কহে কথা কিছু একটু না হাসে সামনে যে আসে চলে তার কিছু কিছু নাহি কহে কথা কিছু একটু না হাসে সামনে যে আসে চলে তার কিছু কিছু ভারতের পুরাতন চালটা নাই কোনো উল্টা পাল্টা নাই পরিবর্তন চিরতন হরতন নিষ্কাপন চিরতন হরতন নিষ্কাপন হতে সনাতন ছন্দে করতেছে নরতন চিরতন হরতন নিষ্কাপন চিরতন হরতন নিষ্কাপন চিরতন হরতন নিষ্কাপন
Our customs were fixed long, long ago. No change to the way we come and go. Well, foreigner?
Yes, Your Majesty?
Who are you?
I am an envoy from across the sea.
And what offerings have you brought?
We have come to bring what this country so desperately needs.
And what is that?
Mischief.
Chaos.
Did you hear that, Your Majesty? Did you hear that? The man wants to stir things up. He wants to move forward. And you won't believe this. He laughs. Look at the smile on his face. In 2 days, the heavy air of this island is going to become light as a feather. He is going to turn us frivolous in no time at all.
On no other planet is the air as still and heavy as here. Even Indra can stir it with his thunderbolt, let alone others.
Let alone others!
Just think of the consequences if we let these light-hearted foreigners lighten our air.
I see the problem.
He sees the problem!
That is worth serious consideration. That is worth thinking about.
That is worth serious consideration! That is worth thinking about!
If the air is lightened, then storms will come. And if storms come, then rules will fly away. And then even our high priest, the Reverend Panditan, will talk about progress.
Me? No, never, never. No progress. No progress.
And it might so happen that laughter becomes infectious.
O knave of spades,
Your Majesty.
you are the editor, I believe?
Yes, I am the editor of the Card Country Courier. I am the guardian of the culture of our island.
Culture, what's that? It doesn't sound very pleasant.
No, Your Majesty. It's not pleasant, and it's not clear, but it is all about our culture versus their culture. And this perfect culture is now under serious threat, and I know when to issue a culture alert and raise the alarm. We would like to keep our kingdom of cards great now and forever.
You write editorials in your newspaper, do you not?
Lengthy editorials, yes. 2 of them per issue.
With the thunder of your editorials, you must stupefy everyone. Our air must not be made lighter. It will not be tolerated.
An emergency law is required.
Emergency law? What do you mean?
A new version of the ear-pulling law.
Very well, it shall be done. Foreigner, do you have any special request?
I do, but not from you.
From whom?
From your royal ace princesses.
Let's hear it.
Ogo shanto pashano muroti shondori. Ogo shanto pashano muroti. O beautiful lady, calm as a statue of stone, make my fluttering heart your own. Come to my woodland forest alone. Let tears in your eyes be shown. Let the bloods of blossoming ardor take on the sun's warm color.
What kind of subversion? What kind of impertinence is this? How irregular. How improper.
Banish him, Your Majesty! Punish him!
Banish him. Banish him. What's your opinion, Queen? You're silent. Don't you hear me? Answer. Should I banish him?
No, you should not. Not banish him.
No, he should not.
No, he should not.
No, he should not.
Not banishment.
You look different somehow, Queen.
I feel different.
Ace princesses, gracious queen. Just remember, my editorial columns are at my disposal.
Culture,
culture, save our culture. Enact the emergency law,
Which is?
the ear-pulling, ear-twisting law.
Understood. Queen, what do you think? Shall I bring in the emergency law?
In the ladies' quarters of the palace, we have laws of our own. Banish him. We'll see who banishes whom.
We shall enact emergency lawlessness, misrule, and indiscipline.
What? But what of our culture? Our culture, our culture!
Court dismissed. Everyone run. It's no longer safe here.
Prince, let's get out of this place. These people are God's jokes. I fear if we stay here any longer, we will start losing our senses.
But can't you see what's happening to them inside? It's the first stirrings of life within dolls and puppets.
But the cages they are in, the living dead, the pickling of their minds by these rules and customs.
I am not going to leave till we see how this works out. Look over there.
You're right. It seems like the spell of foreigners has been cast upon this place. The seven of spades seems to have caught the seafaring bug. He's sitting under a tree, legs splayed out, staring at the horizon. It seems like all their rules and customs are about to disappear into thin air.
He is listening for Miss Club's footsteps. You know, perhaps this time our presence might not be welcome. Let's make ourselves scarce.
Ishkaponi? Ishkaponi? Tell me, my dear. Tell me that name in my ear. That name that makes your peanut cry. So loud and clear. That name will float away on the woodland breeze. That name will bend on the scent of the buckled trees. When the lone bird sings, unless it swings in our joyous whisperings, unless it rings in the songs we shall share between us on moonlit nights when our hearts are strangely anxious.
What's happening to the kingdom of cards? Can you say, my love? What madness in this air have these foreigners brought? I can't settle my mind.
Yes, darling. Who would have guessed that we cards would break our customs and carry on just like humans? Dear me, the shame of it.
I know it's disgraceful, but it was Miss Harts who began all of this. Have you seen her recently? She can hardly control herself. Isn't bothered by protocol anymore. And anyone who comes near her seems to fall in the same error. It's getting quite out of hand. This country's reputation is sunk.
What's this, Tekani? You have been spreading dirt about us. You have been calling our behavior disgraceful, saying that we're sitting when we should stand and standing when we should sit.
I have been speaking the truth. What is wrong in that? Pray, what's that pink rouge on your cheeks and that dark way of doing the eyebrows? What jars of foreign makeup have you poked your fingers into? The scriptures of our great card kingdom does not permit all of this. Did you think you will get away with it?
Well, what about you and your dear friend here, Ishkaponi, sitting day and night under the buckle trees, cheeping into each other's ears? Do our scriptures forbid that? Oh, and look at that knave there. Poor Jack, wandering aimlessly, pining away for his mate, mopping and mowing.
No use giving her lecture. That red ribbon she has tied around her hair is going to be the rope by which our card kingdom is going to hang itself. To think that one of our cards could become such a tart, such impudence.
So what? I'm not afraid of anyone. I'm not a hypocrite like the two of you. That day when Dahalani, Mrs. Stent, came to me and sneered at me for acting like a woman, I told her in no uncertain terms that I would rather be a live woman than a dead card like the rest of you.
Don't be so arrogant. You may be declared an outcast. Do you have any idea what you face? Banishment, excommunication.
Banishment, excommunication!
Cast away from my family. I have discovered pardoned myself already. I'm happy to banish myself and resign from my race. What do I have to fear?
Apostrophe. Never have I seen such insolence in a card before. She is brazenly and wantonly behaving like a woman. Come away, Tekani, my precious. If anyone sees us talking to her, perhaps we too will be in trouble. We too will be tarred with her brush.
I came to pick flowers in the wood. Who knows what's in my head? This isn't just picking. This isn't just cropping. Oh, what am I thinking? My eyes filled with tears?
What's this? Miss Harts? What are you doing here? I've been searching for you the whole day long.
Why? What has happened, Rita? What do you want from me?
You have been summoned to the King's Council chamber.
Well, tell them I have vanished.
Vanished? Vanished?
Yes, vanished. The person you're looking for is no longer here, and you're never going to find her again. Ever.
What on earth are you talking about? What insolence! How dare you come to this forest all alone? Don't you know? It's forbidden.
Forbidden it may be, but who has let loose such confusion on this barren isle? This morning, when I woke up, I saw thick, black rain clouds in the sky. For so long, the peacocks of our land have walked as if counting their steps. They've danced so timidly. Why do they dance so wildly now, hurling their feathers?
How could you? You were too nervous even to step out in the yard of your house? Go out in the woods to pick flowers? What has come over you?
Today, I suddenly felt like I was a gardener. That I picked flowers in some previous life. The scent of those flowers came to me today in the easterly breeze. And bees from a honeysuckle grove I knew back then are buzzing my mind.
কেবলে রহি ঘরে মনো যে কেমন করে কেবলে কাটে যে দিন দিন গুনিয়ে
A bee came buzzing into my room. What news does it tell me with its hum? Woodland madhavi flowers waking to the light of the sky. The news of their waking came buzzing by. Such buzzing all day. Oh, how do I stay counting the hours? What spell has distracted me? What song has engulfed me in this web of melody?
Very well. What about the other ladies? I've been searching for them too. They have been summoned as well.
Yes, yes, they're all here. Look, on the riverbank, under the trees.
What are they doing?
What are they doing? They're changing their clothes, just like I have. How do I look? Do you like it?
You have opened my eyes. I feel as if a curtain has been raised. The clouds have moved from the face of the moon. An absolutely new person.
We have
just discarded our shells, Rohitan. Listen, your 5 and 6 came here this morning to bring us back into line. But look at what has happened to them now.
Why? What happened?
They are roaming about like madmen, sighing and groaning, and even humming songs.
You say songs? Songs from our 5s and 6s?
Yes, though very out of tune. I heard them this morning when I was braiding my hair, and I couldn't stand it. I had to walk away.
Oh, wait, you were what? Braiding your hair? Who taught you that?
No one. Watch. Look. Look how the rain is filling up the dried up streams. The twisting of water teaches us how to braid. And who taught the water?
No one?
Come. Come.
But why?
Come with me. Let's listen to the songs of the 5s and 6s.
With this song, its melody sweeps our thoughts along. The grief of a lost Veena, a weeping, wandering raga. How the tune draws our hearts to the stars, to springtime nights that we and our lovers spend together.
Who can blame them? I myself want to sing.
But make sure the editor doesn't hear you, okay? Else he'll attack you in his editorial column. I saw him prowling around in the forest this morning, looking for material.
Who cares now? I tell you what, Tony, all my fears have evaporated. I don't know why. Command me to do something for you. I want to do something impossible for you.
Oh. Well, whatever you do not sing. Look, there are red hibiscus flowers blooming in the forest. Bring some of those for me. I want to redden the soles of my feet.
You know, my love, when I woke up this morning, I realized a life as cards is as false as a dream. And it's suddenly been shattered. Another life is floating around in the breeze. Its message is pouring from our lips. The songs are ringing in our ears. Listen, listen! Someone wafting from the sky. Songs from some previous life. Let your feet be with flower juice reddened. Let my heart be with flower hues maddened. Let me ornament your hearing with my songs cascading. Let me string you a ruby necklace with my passionate coating.
Is it really you who has composed this poem? And for me, Rohitan, how did you manage to do it?
Just how you managed to braid your hair, I bound it to a tune.
It's coming back. It's coming back to me now. I feel as if I've danced to this poem of yours in a former existence.
It's coming back to me as well. How could I have forgotten it for so long? A wild wind drives the boat off my song. It rocks and twirls and cavorts along. If the rudder breaks loose, if the mooring chains bruise, on your dancing wave, stare death in the face.
I shall fear not, flinch not.
You know, Haritani, I'm so eager to wrestle with death. I see a picture before my eyes of you marking my brow with a victory sign, of me setting prisoners free, beating my drums at the closed gates of a fortress. My ears are full of a song you sang when we parted. Bring me a victory garland. All night long, I will be here, panting with expectations. If you tread the coastline of death, I shall surge with my life's breath. And if all else fail, I shall share your annihilation.
Come, my hero. Let's sally forth. Let's stake our lives against death. I seem to see in front of me a frowning mountain of black rock. It must be smashed to smithereens. If it falls on our head, so be it. But a path must be cut through that rock. What are we here for otherwise? Why are we here? To spend such meaningless days and such listless nights, to go round and round so vainly?
Do you have the courage, my love?
I do. I do.
You won't fear the unknown?
No. No.
If your feet are slashed to the ribbon, you won't seek the end of the path?
In a former life, weren't we already braving those obstacles? At night, I walked in front of you with a torch. By day, I was carrying a victory banner. Rise up today again, my love. This fence of sloth must be smashed. This knot of inertia must be cut, and this rubbish heap of futility must be carted away.
Tear off that shroud. Rip them to pieces. Be free. Be pure. Be whole.
We are laughing. Just the other day, we were scolding the foreigners for laughing.
Well, Brother Five, I guess you were right. Laughter is infectious.
I feel so ashamed to even look at myself.
After all these years, why have we started to question the meaning of it all? Why? I ask myself.
Here's Pandit 10. Dahla, let's ask him.
Living by such strict rules, rising, sleeping, sitting, standing, according to the book, what's the meaning of it all?
Quiet!
We won't be quiet.
Aren't you afraid?
Not at all.
So tell us, what's the point?
The point is, there is no point, but it's the rule.
What if we don't obey the rule?
Then you will go to hell.
Then we'll go to hell.
To do what? To fight off any evil that we might find there.
What trash talk in this peace-loving country of ours.
We have resolved to disrupt the peace.
Ay, Panja,
chakashunna. Miss Hutch, have you heard? Have you heard? We live on the shore of this bottomless ocean of calm, and yet they want to destroy that calm.
Your peace and calm are like an ancient tree. Worms have burrowed into it and it's dead. We want to cut it down.
Horrors that such words should come from your mouth. You are a female. You should preserve the peace. And we are males, and we must protect the tradition and culture of this country and make our kingdom great again.
You and your kind have duped us for too long, Pandit Ten. Not anymore. This juice of your peace has turned our blood into ice. We've had enough.
Catastrophe! Whoever gave you these ideas?
We summoned them from our own thoughts. We hear them singing in the sky.
Catastrophe! Singing in the sky? This will be the ruin of card country. There is no place for me here.
Haratani, you must show us the way.
Show us your tricks. Show us how to subvert the peace.
Yes, our lives have become a mockery of God. Our doltishness shames us. We must break free. Come.
But if we so much as move, they'll curse us. Call us blasphemers.
Let them call us whatever they like. But no blasphemy. No blasphemy is worse than living like the dead. Come.
You cannot hide from me. Do you think I don't know you? That is our very own Miss Ace of Diamonds, and that is Miss Spades. Good God, what have you done? Dressed yourself like humans? Have you no shame?
We didn't put on these clothes. Our former clothes just fell off, all by themselves.
Fell off? But the card country dress is a fixed dress. It has been knotted and tied for thousands of years. How can it just fall away? How come?
There was a wind.
Listen to her. A wind in the card country untying knots. What slander to the god of winds. We don't live in some barbaric land where a gust of wind knocks off dry leaves from trees.
But look with your own eyes, sister. See what changes our god of wind has caused.
Steady on. Small mouths shouldn't say such big words. To say that of our hallowed god of winds. But it has been said in our sacred books that he has a wild warrior son who moves about with mighty monkey leaps. Maybe it is a he who has cast a spell on you.
Yes, why blame us? It's he who has set the whole card kingdom jumping. It's he who set our hearts on fire.
And the foreigners from across the sea, they say he's their ancestor.
I can well believe they come from monkey leaping stock. Descendants of the leaping dynasty, not the sneezing dynasty.
But come now, sister. Tell us honestly. Haven't you felt a stirring in your own heart? It's not good to bottle it up.
Promise you won't tell anyone.
Cross my heart, I shan't tell a soul.
Last night, I had a dream that I was suddenly a human being and ta the that ta that grantha. I was so ashamed of myself upon waking up.
Yet what?
mind.
I get it. The bird that was caged during the day escaped in your dreams.
Shh. If the Reverend Pandit Ten hears it, he will order me to penance even if it was for my dream. Oh, it was so sinful, but delightful, nevertheless.
Like you said, my dear, a wind from across the sea has hit the card kingdom with great force. It's stirring up everything. We can't save anything from it.
That may be. But if some things have gone, others still remain. Veils may have fallen from our heads, but that is not to say that we have to straighten our anklets too.
You are right. Our minds are on either side of the sea. Oh, look at Miss Clubs over there. She's so desperate to be a woman, but she can't, so she has put on a human mask. It was made in our own workshop. How absurd she looks.
We don't understand how any of us ought to look. I heard the foreigner friend saying, look at them, they are dressed like human clowns.
How embarrassing. What did the foreign prince say?
The prince said angrily, I don't agree with you. I think they are dressed quite tastefully. Don't laugh at them. If you have to laugh, go look at human clowns who are dressing up like gods.
You don't say. Does that really happen? Humans dressing up as gods. How do they do it?
Well, according to the prince, by daubing their lips with lipstick, by darkening their eyebrows with burnt candle ends, and doing whatever else they can do to look like colored cards. Funniest of all, they wear leather on their feet and blocks under their heels.
Why?
Because they feel it improves their feet, stops them from touching the ground. All this to look like gods, dressing themselves up so pretentiously.
I think this is the wind god turning everything upside down. There are gods who want to shed their garb and look like people. And then there are people who want to make themselves up to look like gods. I think I'm going to ask the foreign prince to show me how to be a human.
Me too.
That's what I want to do too. But I feel quite nervous. I've heard that humans have all sorts of sorrows, whereas gods are trouble-free.
Sorrows, you say, my love? Sorrow has already started a dance in my heart.
There is an odd thrill in it. One doesn't want to lose it. My eyes fill with tears. But I can't think why. Why do I feel so peculiar? Why do I weep such a lot? Like something suddenly remembered, but I can't think what. As if someone's words have pained me. As if he left me cruelly. His carelessness stabs within me. Something comes back to me suddenly, but I can't think what. I can't think what.
The editor is coming. If he publishes all this in his paper, we won't be able to show our faces.
There's a whole crowd coming this way. The king will hold court under the big neem tree. We need to clear away.
Let's run, let's run.
special air. What scent is that?
Kadamba.
Kadamba. Strange name. What bird is that calling?
I believe it's called the cuckoo.
Goo-goo. Give it a proper name in the card language. Call it rummy. Today we must do some work. But today there are voices in the sky, tunes in the breeze. I'm finding it very hard to keep calm. And I couldn't keep the queen indoors. She's outside, dancing about as if possessed. Members of court, I can hardly recognize you today. You're not dressed for court. You're dressed very oddly. Look most uncivilized.
So what? Our costumes just melted away, fell off by themselves, scattered on the roads.
Editor, even you seem to have lost your solemnity, your sting too.
Well, I've been in the woods since morning trying to gather the names of fugitives when suddenly the breeze got into me too. As I sat down to write my editorials, verse flowed from my pen. I gather that modern doctors would call a discharge of this sort influenza.
What's it like? Let's hear a specimen.
If the wind here fails to obey what our laws and restrictions say, then how could the learned pundit 10 safeguard our ancient culture then? We shall all be in disarray.
Enough. No need to go on. Put it in the curriculum for the 4th year students. Let our card children learn it by heart.
Your Majesty, we are no longer 4th year pupils. We suddenly feel grown up. We don't like the meter of that poem.
Oh, foreigner, can you teach us a song and a rhythm from across the sea?
I can. Listen. Rumbling, pounding, roaring in the sky. Lightning and thunder and storm clouds fly, whipping up in their forest branches the whirling speed of their arrogant dancing.
Birds go wild in the sky's vast spaces. Reckless flap of their wing releases. Rhythms of paths no compass traces.
Heart is churned by a rhythmic fervor. Opposites clashing, warring together.
Dark or right, wrong or right, curved or straight, black or white. Rhythms of ripples of dancing fire.
The frowns of a fighter in a freedom war. Rhythms of Rudra's wheel revolution, hurtling along the path of destruction.
Did you understand anything?
Not a word.
Yet.
It got us all excited. Our hearts danced to the rhythm.
That's not good. As our ancient scriptures say, when the god of death comes to claim one who has full self-control, after pushing and pulling, he decides, I don't think I need you after all. Listen, foreigner.
Yes, Your Majesty.
You and your friends have been racketing round the island, jumping into streams, racing up mountains, hacking through forests. Why this restless behavior?
Your Majesty, you and your subjects just stand up, sit down, turn about, lie flat. Why?
It's our rule.
And ours is our desire.
Desire? That's disastrous. Desire in the kingdom of cards? Subjects, what do you say?
They have given us the secret of desire.
What secret?
Desire.
Itche, itche, itche. Itche, itche, itche. That which makes.
That which breaks.
That which makes. That which breaks.
That which gives.
That which takes.
That which gives. That which takes.
That by which locks are battered.
That by which locks are battered.
That by which chains are shattered.
That by which chains are shattered.
Itche, itche, itche.
Itche, itche, itche.
Away! Away! Away with you all! Miss Potts, did you hear what they said? Miss Clubs, do you see what's afoot? What has come over you?
Desire.
Desire.
What's this? Queen, why have you been dancing outside?
Because I can't stand still anymore.
I rather fear your mind is unsettled.
Dead right it is. My mind is excited.
You know that in the card kingdom there is no worse sin than being excited.
I know that. And I also know there's nothing more delightful either.
You are calling what is criminal delightful. Have you forgotten the language of your country?
If in the language of our country chains are called ornaments, it's time to forget that language.
Yes, ma'am. And in their language, prison is called father-in-law's house.
Silence!
Oh, and idiots are called wives.
Silence!
And nonsense are called scriptures.
Silence!
And dumbheads are called scholars.
Silence!
And the dead are called alive.
Silence! Shut up!
And heaven is called sin. Come on, everyone, chant with me. Hail victory to desire.
Victory to desire!
Queen, you are banished to the forest.
Thank God, what a relief.
Wait a minute, where are you going?
Where you've asked me to go, into banishment.
Are you leaving me behind? All by myself?
Why would I do that?
Then what do you propose to do?
I'll take you along with me.
Where?
Into banishment, exile.
And my subjects?
We shall all live in exile.
Pundit 10.
Yes. Yes, Your Majesty.
What do you think about the plan?
Your Highness, I think banishment is a great idea.
But what about your books, your scriptures?
Sire, I will immerse them respectfully into the sea.
And the emergency air pulling law? Mandatory rules?
Suspended won't work.
Suspended, won't work.
Where are the foreigners?
Still here.
Still here.
Can we become human?
Of course you can.
Fauna, do you think I can become human too?
It might be a bit challenging, but your queen is here to help you.
Glory be to the Queen!
God save the Queen!
Break the bonds? Smash the walls?
Prince, you have converted mindless followers into thinkers.
This was the jewel I was searching for all along. Rip the chains apart!
Break the bonds! Smash the walls!
Let the prisoner break free.
In mind and in heart.
On the dry riverbed, let the life stream flood. In joy and in ecstasy.
Sing freedom's victory.
Sing freedom's victory.
Let the rigid and the ancient be swept by the torrent.
Let us be fearless.
At the call of newness.
At the door of the unknown, let our punches be thrown.
Dauntless and reckless! Dauntless and reckless!
大